Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Maddie, and today I just wanted to hop on and do a quick video over my TBR for the Magical Readathon. If you're not sure what that is, the lovely lady, Miss Bookroast, is hosting a readathon where you basically make your own character and you travel to a magical academy, and from there I have no idea what you do, but this year specifically is when you make your character and you travel to the academy, and each step of the way there's little reading prompts for you to do, and all of this will lead into whatever next year's readathon will be. And I'm really excited. You can go as in-depth to this readathon as you want. She has made an entire world for this readathon, different races of characters and a whole bunch of stuff. So it's really cool to get really in depth with if you so desire, or you can just play as basically as you want. But I will have everything important linked down below, her Twitter and the Google Drive with the printables on it. That way y'all can access that. Everything else can be accessed from the Twitter. I've always wanted to do a readathon, but most of them are only a week long or so, and by the time I realize there's one going on, it's halfway through the week and I won't have time to complete any of the prompts. But luckily, the Magical Readathon lasts an entire month, so from the 1st to the 30th of September. Unfortunately, I heard about this yesterday, which was the 7th of September, so I'm a little behind the curve, but I've done some reading this month with some of the books that I had already planned to read that I was able to fit into the reading prompts, so that kind of helps a little bit. But anyways, let's get started. So the first stop on your little character map is the Novice Path. And the prompt for this, I may or may not have mentioned this before, but I'm currently on my first read through of Throne of Glass, which all of those books have maps in them. So I will be continuing Empire of Storms. It has taken me entirely too long to read the series, but it's okay. Hopefully I'll finish soon. I'm about 30% into this already, but I would love to get this knocked out for the month. This was already on my September TBR that I had made for myself, so it shouldn't be too difficult. The next stop on the map is the Ashtorn Tree, and for this, the reading prompt is to read a book that's been tempting you or a book that's been on your TBR list. Once again, I have another Throne of Glass book because I'm really trying to finish this series, and this is next in line. This was also on my TBR for the month of September, so we could probably knock it out pretty easily. This book primarily follows one of the characters in the series, and he's one of my favorites, so I'm really excited to be reading it, honestly, just to kind of see what's going on. The next stop is the Mist of Solitude, and for this you are supposed to read a standalone. I'm trying to read books that I have on my shelf because I'm broke and I can't really afford a whole bunch of ebooks right now. So I was looking through my shelves, and unfortunately most of the books that I have are either parts of series or will be part of a series, so it's kind of difficult to find one on my shelf. But I'm picking up Go Ask Alice. I read this in high school and I really liked it. I don't really remember much about it, but it's pretty short. I could finish this surely in a day, less than a day. But I figured since some of these books that I have picked for this readathon are too long, I would throw in a couple short ones to try to get those done. I'm not sure if you have to read all of the books in the order like that you're supposed to follow. I'm assuming so, but I might honestly end up reading a bunch of short books as fast as I can. That way I have more time for the longer books, because there's one that's almost 1,000 pages in this, and I don't know how long that's going to take me. So the next stop is Ruin of the Sky, and for this you are supposed to read a book that features a ghost, a haunted house, or something supernatural. And due to the limited books available on my Libby app, I had already picked this book up, and that is The Afterlife of Holly Chase. I forgot that this was kind of a Christmas book. Obviously, like, that's the whole premise of it, but I'm kind of liking it already. I'm about halfway through it, and I could probably finish the second half at work tomorrow, but that is my book for that prompt. Next is the Obsidian Falls, and for this the prompt is to read a thriller or mystery book, and I will be reading Survive the Night by Riley Sager because earlier this year I read all 4 of Riley Sager's existing books in preparation for this book. I know it has mixed reviews, but I'm excited to read it. He's already working on another one that'll be released next year. I'm just kind of like a diehard Riley Sager fan. I got into thrillers this year, and he wrote some of the best ones that I've read so far, which I haven't read many, but I've read a few, and I really liked his books. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read it. I just got it. I've read all the other ones, why not read this one? So we'll see how that goes. The next stop is the Tower of Rumination. This prompt is to read a 5-star prediction. So for that, I have picked Kingdom of Ash. This book is almost 1,000 pages long. We'll see how it goes. It's the last in the series though, so I'll be really excited to get finished with this series because I want to know what happens. Honestly, I've heard great things about this book. I've heard that it's emotional, and so this book will have its own reading vlog, just because I kind of want to like vlog my reactions to the last book in the Throne of Glass series. I don't know. I've seen people cry, I've seen people laugh, and I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm also terrified. I think that's why I've been putting off finishing this series, because I don't want it to end, and I feel like I'm going to have a huge book hangover after it does end. So we'll just see. And the last stop on our character map is the Aurelion Academy Arc, and for that, the prompt is to read a book with a school setting. I have had A Deadly Education on my TBR for a long time, and I've been wanting to read it. I just never had the time or kind of found a reason. So now is my reason, and I'm going to be reading that. If I'm unable to read all 7 of these books, that's fine. You only have to finish 2, but my goal is to at least finish the 3 that I had originally planned for this month, which was Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and The Afterlife of Holly Chase. So that shouldn't be too difficult. I would like to finish all 7. If I do finish all 7, I'm going to be really impressed with myself, because that'll probably be the most books I've ever read in a month. I go to school full-time and I work full-time. My school's online, so that helps a little bit. I don't have to like actually go to class or anything, but that kind of limits the amount of time that I can read and or listen to audiobooks. And unfortunately, the only audiobook out of all of these books that I can find on my Libby app is The Afterlife of Holly Chase. So everything else I'm kind of on my own to read physically, unless I decide to cough up the money for like an Audible book or something. In total, all 7 of these books total at 3,610 pages, and if I'm going to finish that in the next 23 days, then that is about 150 pages a day, which isn't impossible, it's just difficult. And that's not taking into consideration how much I've read from The Afterlife of Holly Chase and Empire of Storms already. That's just in general. I am a mood reader, so some of this might get a little bit difficult, but we'll see. I just really hope it doesn't give me like book burnout by the end of it. But a good thriller will always pull me out, so worst case scenario, I'll save Survive the Night for the last, and we'll see what happens. But that's about all that I have for y'all today. I know this video is going up later than normal. I try to upload on Mondays, and last weekend I went out of town. I didn't take that into consideration. So Monday rolled around, tried to film a video, got busy, couldn't finish it. Tuesday rolled around, I was busy all day yesterday, and now it's Wednesday, and I just don't have time to finish the original video that I was making, so here we are. And yesterday I found out about the Magical Readathon, so I just figured, why not? If you have any suggestions for videos you want to see, leave them down below. I'm always open to do like a day of my life, lifestyle stuff, crochet stuff, more book stuff. You just let me know what y'all want to see, and I'll make it happen. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Bye, guys.